Hey YouTube, Magnificent here. Today I'm going to be replacing this valve body here. It supplies air for the AIRMATIC. First thing you need to do, you go ahead and remove the shrouds. This goes onto the whole of the, kind of like a protection for the tires and all the other components. They're just simply 10 millimeter. I want to say, I guess, nuts for lack of a better term. These, so there are a couple of them, one there, one here, another there, and even after taking those off, it'll be a little bit tough. Just pull it out. It's not being held by anything else. Once you do that, you also need to take off that piece, the bottom shroud, and these are held by 8 millimeter screws. So I just use a socket right there, knock those out. And you only need to take one side out. Now I've actually taken out this air compressor here, and I'm setting it to the side. Now I'm gonna actually label. Notice that they're color coded. I don't want to mess up anything, so I'm gonna actually just label each piece so that I can make sure it goes to the right piece. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna take it off as we do it. Now, where did I get my new valve body? Well, I actually trying to be as frugal as possible because these things are not cheap. Oh yeah, and you're looking at about $400. I got this for about 120, and it took about, I don't know, 30 days, if not more, for it to arrive. Look at that. It's identical, brand new though. I've been getting an AIRMATIC warning, and I think this might fix it. Something's clogged. Yes, you could fix it in there, but I thought, you know what, I don't want to go back in there, and might as well just do it. So I'm actually just gonna take this off, and I'm gonna just install it one by one so that there's no error whatsoever. So I'll do that. 10 millimeter nuts here, so I'm gonna use 10 millimeter, take them off one by one. And I'm also gonna take off these connector ports, and to help me, I'm going to use these curved pliers. They're so helpful just to be able to kind of crimp that top side that needs to be crimped. Same thing with the other one. So it does it. Yeah, I was trying to use my fingers. Oh boy, it was tough to press that thing. Now for the test of truth here. Let's see if I can. Little note about taking this off: don't break this bottom clip like I did. You're gonna just simply use this to press the clips, and then use a screwdriver to push behind it or something. I actually use a socket. Just push and it comes off. So to take off these nuts on the bottom here, these two nuts, there we go. Never want to go too fast with the socket, even though it isn't much PSI. You don't want to break anything, so you got to have that little control, throttle control, you could say. I'm setting this down here, right here, so I know which is which. Now for round two. Let's see if we can get this in there without messing up anything. Thank goodness this is long. Okay, I may have to, don't have to adjust, obviously. I'm setting this here because this compressor, because I don't want to have to remove the pressure line more than necessary. I guess I'm going to have to anyway. I might as well do it now, huh? Let's just do that. Let's go ahead and just use this 10 millimeter open end and remove this line. Let's connect to the compressor. Can't do it there yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Save myself some anguish, I guess. And you want to make sure, by the way, that all your tires are propped up, because this might release all the pressure out of your tires, and it will come, I mean, extremely low where it's touching the fender is touching the floor. So make sure that they're propped up like mine are, you know. Let's see if we can do it by hand now. Yes, we can. Sure beats going onesies, twosies, and that thing, but maybe a little bit more might help. I'm gonna do that and be right back. See, just to make it easy, I'm just gonna, of course, follow this line and literally attach it as we speak to this. And then once I'm done it here, I'm gonna, of course, mount it up there to go from there. So I use this little prop to make it easier for me. You could also use the new fittings. Normally when you get these little valve bodies or air components like this, they do, and I would always use the new fittings. You never know what happens to the old ones, but I literally just replaced this compressor. So this fitting is brand new. So I'm just gonna use the one I have. So it would just simply go in like so. Just boom. Go and get the second one. I'm just gonna pop that one over here as well, next to its brother or sister. This should just come out. You want to inspect these because this is where a lot of vibration comes. So if you get a lot of vibration, check these out as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. This makes it even easier to change. So now it's like this. All I have to do is just literally follow my old one and go step by step. Real easy. So if my car was on its tires right now, your car would be going down. So again, critical that you remove it. Now this is one of the ways you can test to see if there's a valve that's off, maybe one's leaking. Because if, for example, you're taking that one out and it there's no air, a little air, you'll know that's the one that's the problem. So I'm gonna take this out, finish off, and see what happens. And it's gonna be a slow process. Don't expect it to be fast. I mean, you're gonna have to maneuver yourself in here and be patient. Let me see if my hand can do it at this point. Nope. We're removing all this, and I noticed yellow had no air whatsoever. So that might be the indicator. It could be plugged up in here. Who knows? I'll check and see, of course, afterward. And if my AIRMATIC warning is still going on, you'll know what's up. But I was going to take it off individually, but you know, these are just some, a couple of simple colors, 5 colors. So I just remembered it. BBYRG. Big boys yell really great. So big boys yell really great. So just an easy way to remember it, going this way. Big boys yell really great. So blue, black, yellow, red, green. I don't think it's these rubber grommets here. So prior to though, I got these on eBay, just thinking, and since I got them, I might as well put them in. They're about 18 bucks. All right guys, so here's what happened. I went ahead and finished replacing the valve body. I literally put it the same way I took it out. Got the lines in, everything worked perfect. It was doing great, but I was still having those troubles. So here's what I did. I went back through all the things that could be the leak. I checked again the canister, which is the reservoir. It was great. I used a diagnostic tool. I actually used a star diagnostic tool, filled it up, it held. And I said I had checked all the air struts, but there's one I didn't check. And the reason was, it was brand new. So again, I even replaced my air compressor just to make sure that there wasn't an issue. I made sure that I went through eBay as well, got it on the cheap, just to make sure I wasn't just throwing parts at it, but everything seemed to point at an air system that was leaking. And so I'm left in a pickle. What could it be? If it's not the air compressor, if it's not the valve body, I think I've checked everything. You ever find yourself in this pickle? What could it be? If you do, you just gotta go back, because I thought I had done it, but I hadn't done a good enough job. So one air strut I didn't check was the passenger side air strut. Now, not this one, but I checked another one thinking that a brand new air strut couldn't be having trouble. And lo and behold, this air strut was having trouble. I sprayed water, just a little soapy water on it. Of course, it aired up, and all of a sudden I'm seeing, I couldn't believe, literally this thing was, expensive, right? I mean, it was probably 400 bucks. Thinking, no way, it couldn't be. And so this was the culprit. Replace this air strut, replace that valve body down here, and we are gonna go with holding air, and everything is good. So, moral of the story, don't ever discount anything. I don't care whether you installed it yesterday, a minute ago, a second ago, you need to go through the process and check it again. I'm hoping this was helpful. Beautiful thing, now my AIRMATIC doesn't tell me I need to visit the shop anymore when I start it up. It airs right up. It's a beautiful thing, especially in the wintertime. This is not a time you want to have things like that happen. So if you found this helpful, throw that in a comment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It really does help the people who are looking for information like this get this information. So that said, guys, thanks again for watching. Magnificent, signing out.